So what was it like when you were able to tell your wife you don't have to work anymore?
That was a big one. And it was my grandfather. So when we started dating, he says, "What does she do for a living?" And she was a graphic artist. And I said, "Well, she's a graphic artist." And he goes, "I would be embarrassed if my girl had to work." And I was like, gosh, you know, everything my grandfather said was gospel.
Been your role model, hasn't he?
Absolutely. So I was like, well, okay, she shouldn't. Now, not that she should not work.
Sure.
That she shouldn't have
to work, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that was a major moving toward thing for me. It's like, you know, I really want to make it so my wife doesn't have to work. And we both were very happy with her not having to work.
At least.
Yeah.
Was it something that you believed would ever happen before that?
Yeah, I've always, and largely in part thanks to the stuff that I learned from you earlier on, I believe you can do anything you want to.
Right.
You know, which is why I'm so adamantly looking at the people who are watching this saying, listen, I promise you, you can do this, you know, because I understand it's probably a little bit strange for people who don't know me, saying, okay, there's this long-haired, very laid-back dude talking about making millions of dollars, not doing anything, and having it become like kind of a hassle.
Yeah.
So you really, I mean, when I tell you you can do whatever you want to do, like you really can, as surprised as you may be, like I was, it happens, you know, so you might as well go for it.
Well, one of the, you know, it's part of your style and part of what's true. I mean, you get to see, you get to surf, you love your little daughters, you get to be with your lady, you've got this quality of life, and so many people get into business. You ask them, why'd you get into business? And they say, for freedom, so I have more free time. And it's, for most people, when they start a business, I don't care what the business in the beginning, saying you're starting a business to have more free time is like saying, I'm going to have a baby so I can have more free time.
Yeah, you know? Sure, okay.
But in this business, what's different is how many employees, you know, without revealing the tens of millions you do, maybe we'll talk about the 18 million an hour, talk about what you've created, but how many employees do you have?
Well, I'll tell you our figures because, you know, I got nothing to hide here. I have nothing to hide, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. Last year, our total sales were $6.7 million.
Okay.
And at that time, I had two ladies that worked for me, and they still do, and I have a video guy. So three. I have 3 employees, and we brought on a bookkeeper. We used to outsource that, and we have a bookkeeper in-house now. So
it'd be fair to say your margin is probably larger than the 15 or 20 or 30% that most people.
I go for an 8, if not 100%. I'll go for an 8 times multiple at the very least.
Wow,
yeah. So if the product costs $50, I'll charge $400.
Right.
At the very least.
Right.
Personally, I like to charge lots of money for my stuff because you can get it if you just ask for it, and you don't have to sell as much stuff. You know, very profound. I know.